Hello and welcome back to the Pixel Street Podcast. This is episode 44, where each and every week we get together and talk about one of the things we love most, which is video games. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Joel Campos, and I'm joined by the man who...
got arrested for trick-or-treating too old in Virginia.
Yeah. Wait, is that a real thing?
I was just going through my Facebook and I saw someone shared a thing that here, I've got it pulled up on my phone right now. Trick-or-treaters over age 12 could face fine or jail time in one Virginia city. So it's a real thing.
Yeah, I definitely saw that headline, but I thought that you were saying like you knew somebody or it was in the news that somebody got arrested for it already. And I was like, wait, who the fuck is trick-or-treating already? It's October 10th. But yeah, I just want to remind everybody at the head of the show to email us at pixelstreetpodcast@gmail.com if you have any topics you'd like us to talk about. Or check out our Facebook. Just search Pixel Street Podcast and you'll find us there. You can also find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, pretty much anywhere you can find a podcast except for Spotify, because they won't let the way we host our podcasts go on Spotify, which is weird. I'd imagine that's going to change, though. Let's get into it. This week we're going to be talking about the PSN name changes, which is a huge deal. Big deal. The future of game streaming, and the Fallout 76 beta. As always, you can find... I already went through that, so never mind. Let's move right into the new releases. We're going to go over the releases from October 10th through... what did I put here? 16th? Yep. So starting today, Wednesday, October 10th, you have Cronus Arc for Xbox One. You have Deployment for Xbox One. Devious Dungeon for Xbox One. Maple Story 2 for Windows PC. Shift Happens for Switch. That's a great name. And then tomorrow, October 11, 2018, you have Battle Group 2 for Switch. Boom Ball Boost Edition for Switch. Chasm for Switch. Child of Light Ultimate Edition for Switch, which I could have sworn that was out there already, but I guess not. Dungeon Village for Switch. Feral Fury for Switch. Man, yeah. Thursdays are always big on the Switch. Game Dev Story for Switch. I've heard good things about that, but I never played it.
I haven't either.
Hot Spring Story for Switch. Iris School of Wizardry. Vinculum Hearts. What the fuck? Okay, yeah. It's a Japanese game. Joggernauts for Switch. Madurica Real Estate for Switch. Spencer for Xbox One. The Missing, JJ Macfield and the Island of Memories for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Windows PC, and Switch. The Swindle for Switch. Tricky Towers for Switch. And then Friday, which is a big day, you have Call of Duty Black Ops 4 for PS4, Xbox One, and Windows PC, which I'm sure we'll talk about a bit in a little while here. Mm-hmm. That's coming. You could pre-order the Standard Edition, the Digital Deluxe Edition, the Digital Deluxe Enhanced Edition, or the Pro Edition. Don't understand the difference between any of them. If you do know, you probably have bought it by now. I just pre-ordered the standard one, though. I could care less about the extras.
Yeah, I did too. Real quick, if you do have that pre-ordered and it's digital, make sure you go. The day one patch is ready to be downloaded, and it's like 50 gigs, so definitely get that updated before it releases.
Yeah, let's
get in it right away.
Let's save that discussion for right after we get the new releases, because I want to start doing a thing where we pick our game of the game coming out we're looking forward to most, and I think that's it for both of us. Also on Friday, October 12th, we have Guns, Gore, and Cannoli 2. From Friday, October 12th through Sunday, October 14th, you have the Jump Force closed beta. October 12th is also Luigi's Mansion on 3DS. I did not know that was coming out this week. I never played Luigi's Mansion. Did you?
I have it on my GameCube, but I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, I never played it, and I know people love that game, like, a lot. Like, people are crazy for it. Also on Friday, the last game for Friday, October 12th, is The World Ends With You Final Remix, which I think that's like a remastered version of the game, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. And then last but not least, on October 16th, 2018, which is next Tuesday, you have Big Buck Hunter Arcade for Switch, Crayola Scoot for PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, which literally looks like a Razor Scooter Crayola game, like the crayons. Okay. For Honor, Marching Fire expansion for PS4, Xbox One, Windows PC, Heavy Fire Red Shadow for PlayStation 4, Lego DC Supervillains for PS4, Xbox One, Windows PC, and Switch. I have a feeling you're excited for that somewhat, right? Aren't you into the Lego games?
Yeah, I like playing them with my daughter, but we kind of wait a while. We like going through the older ones first.
Like, I like the idea of the Lego games. Like, I have some of the ones that came on sale for super cheap, and I played them a little bit. I don't know exactly which ones I have. Like, there are some of the Avengers ones, I think. There's just so many, it's hard to keep track of them in terms of the superhero ones. But yeah, this Lego DC Villains looks really good. Like, you make your own villain, and yeah, it just seems cool. Mm-hmm. Also on October 16th, you have NBA 2K Playgrounds 2, Rapala Fishing Pro Series for Switch, Starlink Battle for Atlas for PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, the Jackbox Party Pack 5 for PS4. That's weird that it's only on PS4 on Tuesday. Maybe this site's messed up. Valkyria Chronicles for Switch, Wario's Orochi 4 for PS4, Xbox One, and Windows PC, and that's it. So yeah, a lot of games coming out, including, I didn't know Starlink was next week, and I did not know that Lego DC Villains was next week, or the Luigi's Mansion. So yeah, a lot of big games.
In October.
So do you have any of these games pre-ordered other than Call of Duty?
I do not. One I might get, though, is Tricky Towers. That's a game I've watched Game Grumps play before, and it's a lot like Tetris, where you're letting blocks fall down, but instead of like clearing out things, you're trying to make the tallest tower without it falling over. And it just looked like a really fun game to me, because I like puzzle games like that. So that might be one that I pick up when it comes out. But yeah, other than that, the rest of this stuff, I acknowledge that they're going to be good games. I just don't have the money for them right now.
Yeah, most of this I'm waiting for. The only thing I have pre-ordered, and we just talked about it briefly, is Call of Duty Black Ops. I've not pre-ordered a Call of Duty game since like Modern Warfare 2 probably. And even then, I don't know if I pre-ordered it. It might be just that like I picked it up because all my friends were playing it, but I played the Blackout beta on PS4 and I loved it. I thought it was awesome. As you know, I'm a big fan of the Battle Royale genre, and PUBG is still like really rough around the edges on Xbox. Like, it still plays pretty bad compared to what the PC version is. And like the Black Ops 4 beta, like it runs like a Call of Duty game. And I know a lot of people thought like they couldn't pull it off, but I think they really did. But I mean, I guess we'll wait until Friday and see.
Yep.
Yeah. Are you like a big zombies guy at all?
Yeah, I love Call of Duty Zombies. That's what I'm most excited for with Black Ops. I particularly like Treyarch Zombies. The other Call of Duty Zombies, it's just eh.
I'll have to have you play with me, because I think I know like one other person maybe that's getting it, and then obviously the person I game share with is gonna have it. But I've never played a Zombies mode. I played it in Black Ops 1, I believe, but I never got too into it. Isn't there like a story to each one?
Yeah, 1 through 3 has its own story. It's pretty convoluted, and it's hidden in like a ton of Easter eggs and all that. If you look on YouTube, someone could run through that all with you. I like it. I think it's really interesting. At the end of Black Ops 3, though, that zombie storyline was getting kind of not great. I didn't really like the way that it ended, but it is what it is. I've been purposely not looking into this game too much, because I used to be super into Call of Duty and I burnt myself out really bad on it. This is actually the first Call of Duty since probably Ghosts that I've been excited for. So I'm just kind of trying to stay away from it just so when it comes here, I'm not ruining it for myself. So I think zombie-wise it's going to be a new story, but I'm not for sure.
Yeah, I think it is a new story because I saw a tweet saying like, "Oh, the day one patch is out," which means people can play zombies if they like play it offline or something. I don't know how that works. Probably some PC nerd shit. But yeah, so they're like, "Yeah, be careful of like zombies story spoilers." So I'm assuming there is a story. That's why I asked. But yeah, I'll definitely have to try that out with you because every time I've tried to play zombies in like Black Ops 3, it was always just like queuing up with randoms. Nobody ever has a mic. And people seem to do whatever they want, and you don't get very far when you're not really being cooperative.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, let's move on. Let's talk about some new backwards compatible games. You want to go over those?
All right. Just yesterday, I believe, Metal Gear Solid 2 and Metal Gear Solid 3 came to Xbox One backwards compatibility. Have you ever played those?
So I played Metal Gear Solid 1. Because I bought a PS3, I want to say like 4 years ago now, because I wanted to play through all the Metal Gear Solid games. And I played through Metal Gear Solid 1 like in 2 days. I played the shit out of it. And then I started Metal Gear Solid 2 and I played about 2 hours and I never went back. But I do eventually want to play through all these games because I know people say that they have some great stories.
Yeah, the Metal Gear series hasn't ever really taken me for something I would like, so I've never given it a try. But pretty convoluted story from what I've seen.
Yeah, I heard it gets like parts of it get kind of ridiculous, but like I heard that the core of the story is pretty good. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll just watch a video summarizing all the games.
Yeah, it'd probably be best.
Yeah, I'll watch a video summarizing like 1 through 4, and then I'll just play through 5 or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Free games of the month. For games with gold on Xbox One for all of October, there's Overcooked, which is a really good local co-op game. If you have someone you want to play a game with, definitely grab that. No online multiplayer, so that's kind of disappointing, but I guess 2 has it. From October 16th to November 15th, Victor Vran. I've never played it, but I think it's kind of like a dungeon crawler, I believe.
I have no idea.
I could be wrong. On 360, from October 1st to the 15th, Stuntman Ignition, which I downloaded and gave a little bit of a try. It's an interesting thing. You are a stuntman, and you have to follow a director's orders going through this movie set.
Hey, quick question on the Stuntman thing. Is this the game? Because me and my friends used to play a Stuntman game back in the... At least I think it was Stuntman on 360. Is this the game where like it's constantly telling you like as you're going like hit the action button? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm 100% downloading this tonight because me and my friends played the shit out of this game.
Yeah, I played only about 15 minutes of it, but it seemed pretty cool. And then October 16th to the 31st, Hitman Blood Money, which is one that I will definitely pick up because my only experience with Hitman has been what's the one on 360? Absolution? That might be what it's called. Even though the season 1 of the Hitman game is on Games Pass, I haven't given that a try yet. But yeah, Blood Money.
Yeah,
I've heard that's a good game.
Yeah, I definitely want to try. I'll probably end up trying the one that's on Game Pass, the newer one, before I try Blood Money. I mean, obviously I'm going to download all of them just because they're free. But because I did pre-order Hitman 2 because there was a pricing error on like one of those, like I don't know if it was GOG.com or one of those sites, for like $20. So I pre-ordered that because I know that the first one, like the one that came out in like, was it 2016 now? I know that got a lot of praise from a lot of people, so I decided I'd pick it up. It was a price error, so why not?
All right. On PS4, for the month of October, you can get Friday the 13th and Laser League. We've talked about that before. Give them both a try. PS3, there's Master Reboot and The Bridge. On Vita, there's Rocket Birds 2 Evolution and 2064 Read-Only Memories. And Twitch Prime for the month of October, Darksiders War Mastered Edition, Sanitarium, Soma, or System Shock Enhanced Edition.
That's those are games.
Yeah,
I hate we're getting a lot of remastered versions of games. They're actually kind of dying out pretty lately, right? Would you agree? Like there was a solid 2 years where everything was getting remastered, it seems.
Yeah, even if it didn't need it.
Yeah, I agree. But I hate what they're doing now where like Darksiders, they made it a War Mastered Edition. Come on. Just say it's remastered.
Or the what is it? Red Faction, the remastered.
Yeah, I can't handle that. I don't even want to talk about it. It's making me so mad right now. It's so stupid to me. But I mean, I guess
what you've been playing, Joel?
They're gonna do what they want to do. So the first game I have on here is Destiny 2, but actually now that I think about it, I have not played it in a while, so better to not talk about that. I was playing Breath of the Wild the other day. As you probably remember, a long time ago, I was talking about how I never beat the game. I still have not beaten it today. I decided to hop back in because we were watching TV on the couch or something, and I decided, I was like, hey, let me try that game with my Pro Controller, because I never tried it with the Pro Controller. And I was playing it, tabletop mode with my Pro Controller, and I got to the castle finally. I can say that much. I'm just kind of confused as to like what I'm supposed to do. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm under geared or don't have enough materials or like meat to eat, or I don't know. I gotta definitely like look into some stuff to do before I go back, because I was killing enemies and then I would get to a place where it's like, fuck, I cannot kill this dude. Like I got to some room that was like some sort of centaur type dude with a giant sword.
Oh, the Lionel.
I have no idea. You see, I just did that last night. Actually, I hopped back in last night.
Yeah,
and tried again, and I got to
those guys. Those guys pop up all over the world, but they are the strongest enemies, I think.
So like, I don't need to kill that guy, right? I can just skip that little part.
No, yeah, you can skip that. If you beat him, I think a chest unlocks, and I don't even remember what's in it. Probably nothing great. Might be rupees. No, yeah, you can just go over all of that. It's just you'll have everything attacking you. None of that stuff you actually have to fight. If you found a way, you could just move past it all.
Yeah, I figured.
The only objective when you get to Hyrule Castle is getting to the like main throne room.
Yeah, so that was my next question, is because I'm on like that path that goes up the mountain. It's like the castle's like built on a mountain pretty much, right? So I'm on that path that goes up to the top. Are there any like if I decide to leave, like I can't just teleport back there, right? Like there's is there a checkpoint up there? Like should I wait till I get all the way to the top before I leave to get gear or arrows?
Not up top. There is like a basement system that you can get into, and there will be a shrine that you can find to be like your checkpoint or a warp 2 spot.
Okay, I'll definitely have to do that, because I definitely got the sense that I'm like under geared or don't have enough arrows and stuff, because I didn't really prepare much. I just decided, hey, I'm gonna try and go to that castle since I unlocked it. But yeah, gotcha. I definitely want to find that checkpoint. That way I don't have to like go through all the hassle I have to get to where I'm at now on the mountain.
Yeah. It is a big area, but yeah, if you like, it's in the like basement system. It's like near some docks, if I remember right.
Okay, and in terms of fighting Ganon, do you think that is it a challenge? Like what would you recommend? Like, should I stock up on arrows? Should I stock up on a specific type of arrow? I don't know if you even remember.
From what I remember, arrows are not useful. Have you beaten the Divine Beast?
Yeah, yet? I did all 4 of them.
All of them? Okay, that makes that fight much easier, because it takes away half of his health right away. Because I didn't even go into Hyrule Castle until I had beaten all of them and also found all the shrines, so I had full hearts and everything.
See, I don't know if I have all the shrines. Oh, I'm trying to remember. How do you... So, hold on. I don't remember.
There are 120 shrines.
Okay, yeah, I definitely did. I'm thinking of the towers, so never mind.
But I can't remember I remember never I never lost a Ganon. I beat him in my first fight. So I actually want to say I remember I felt it was lackluster, like I felt overpowered because I had all the shrines and all this amazing equipment. So I probably wouldn't be able to tell you from where you're at.
Okay, yeah. What happened is I've done shrines, as I've seen them around the world as I played the game. The last thing I did before I started playing again this weekend is I got the Master Sword. So what I had to do is I had to like reconfigure all of my I don't even know what they're called, like endurance boosts. So like I had them spread evenly between like health and endurance, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I had to move all my ones from endurance from stamina over to my hearts so that I could get the Master Sword. Because you needed like a certain amount of hearts to be able to get it or something like that.
Yeah.
So right now I only have, I think it's like 13 hearts I have, and I have no stamina.
Yeah, you're definitely going to want to get more stamina.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I assumed. I just couldn't remember the whole mechanic of getting more. But now I remember, yeah, it is those shrines. I'll definitely have to do more of those. But the first things first is I got to get a checkpoint in Hyrule Castle itself so that I can just spawn back in easily without having to like climb up a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've been playing a lot of that. I wouldn't say a lot, like an hour here and there, hacking away at it. Hopefully, man, I want to say this time next week I'll have it beat, but I can't promise anything because Call of Duty's coming out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, what about you? What have you been playing?
I've been playing Super Mario Party on the Switch, and I really like it. It's definitely... I wrote a review for it for that video game blog. It's not up yet. It still needs to go through the editing process, but it's written and everything. And in it I said that this is definitely the best Mario Party since the GameCube era. It's gone back to a more traditional style of Mario parties where it's the board game and you're not in a car anymore, which I hated that about the last couple ones. There are motion controls in it, which at first you're like, oh man, that's crap. And it's actually the best motion controls I think I've ever played in a game. You can only play the game with a single Joy-Con. Like, no Pro Controller, it won't work in handheld mode. You can't even use two Joy-Cons. Every player has to have a single side of the Joy-Con. And it just works perfectly. It just makes sense for what the game wants you to do with it. Probably the best party game I've played in the last couple of years. Just a ton of fun. It is a bit smaller than past Mario Party games I remember, because you can only start out playing on 3 boards, and you can unlock a 4th, and that's it. So I'm really hoping that there's more coming down the line that they're going to add on to it. But yeah, I mean, I really enjoy it. I just wish there was more boards, and the online sucks. Again, Nintendo dropped the ball on that. You can't play board games with each other. You can only do like 5 random mini games, and that's it. And the connection just sucks. Wow. Like every
only,
time.
Sorry, it's only 5?
Yeah, only 5. And it's not fun.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not trying to cut you off, but I also played Super Mario Party over the weekend. I played it Friday night, actually. I had some friends come over, and we played that first, I don't know which one is the very first board in the game. And it seems like, I don't know if every board's the same size, but that board was extremely small.
Yeah, they're all small.
Yeah, and I feel like that kind of takes away from the experience, in my opinion.
Because it
just makes it makes it much easier to get to the stars.
I kind of thought that too, but just like everything in the game is smaller. Stars only cost 10 coins instead of 20. Dice are only up to 6 instead of 10, but there's the special dices that go above that. And like the normal like play turn thing is 10 instead of 20 now, so they've definitely like cut back on a lot of things that were like prolonging the game in the past. I'm not too sure if that's good or bad at the moment, because I still enjoy those the insanity that makes a Mario Party game still happens. Like, I was playing the other day with my daughter and her mom and stepdad, and like, she was in the lead, and just because I won enough mini games and traveled the most spaces, I grabbed 2 stars at the end and beat her. So like, it's just one of those, like, just the unthinkable happens still, and I love that about that series.
Yeah, but like that's another thing I thought got smaller. I don't know if it's just because of the one game we played, but right when like we got to the end, we were all like, oh no, somebody's gonna end up winning that, had no chance because of all the like the bullshit stars at the end. But it only gave away 2 stars. Is that all it does?
It used to be 3. It used to be 3, now it's 2. But those 2, it's not the same ones every time. It is randomized. Like, one time it will be like whoever won the most mini games and who traveled the furthest. Another time it could be who traveled the shortest time, who had the most companions. What else have I seen? It was like who landed on the most green spaces, who blah blah blah. It's just completely random.
I mean,
that part I like of it.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with what we played. It does seem much smaller than previous games in the franchise, but one thing I wish that they would do in the future, I guess if they're gonna make Super Mario Party 2, is I want them to make like more like customizable settings in the game, kind of like how Smash does it, where you pick, because in this game it seems like all you can do is select like, oh, how many turns do you want? But I want to see them add like, how many like bullshit stars do you want us to throw in? Like, how many, you know what I mean? Because like there's a lot of categories in that end game list there that tells you like, oh, like Joel or whoever was playing Yoshi got this many coins. Whoever was playing this person line on this many red things. So I mean, I wish that they would do like more customization like that. That way it would like change things up and you could play really how you wanted.
Yeah, that would be cool. The way I'm kind of looking at Super Mario Party is it's kind of a reboot of the series. Because like even the like story part at the beginning of the game it's like a remake of the original Mario Party. Everyone is arguing about who's the superstar. That's what it comes down to. So I think that I'm trying to look at this game as it's just a brand new like remake of the series, and that going forward they'll add more in. But so just thinking of this as like a starting point, I think it's a very good game, and I think Super Mario Party 2, whenever that's made years down the road, will have much more of that kind of stuff that you're talking about.
Yeah, I hope so. I definitely think that like you said, the motion controls are really good, because like some of the mini games make you like move around like with your hand, I guess. Like there's the one where you have to climb the pole. I don't know if you played that mini game, but it was like super responsive and spot on. We also there's like a game mode in there that's like it's like a dance party type thing. I don't know exactly what it is, but each person chooses a character and you're on a stage and you pretty much have
sound stage.
Yeah. We did that and it was really responsive there too. I mean, granted, we all looked like a bunch of dorks playing, but it was still a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I can't think of a single mini game where the motion control didn't work. Even the HD Rumble has a few mini games in there, which makes it like really cool. Like there's one where you're picking up boxes and you're trying to figure by the rumble how much is in the box, and you're supposed to take whatever boxes have the most acorns in them over to your side, and it counts them up at the end. There's also like these versus mini games where it changes like every time, but one is like blowing up a balloon, and as it gets bigger, your Joy-Con will tell you if it's getting closer to exploding or not.
Oh wow, yeah, I didn't play either of those. The only one I played with the what is it called? The Rumble? What is it?
HD Rumble.
HD Rumble. Is where it's like, all right, we're gonna rumble your controllers, and whoever like pulls the right trigger or pulls the trigger closest to when it rumbles is gonna win. I thought that was cool.
That one's really cool. And there's also like another one. It's like it will give you like a bunch of different rumbles, and you're supposed to press the button at the time that it's rumbling the most, and it like shows this whole grid of just like levels of the rumbles. It's really crazy.
Interesting. Yeah, Super Mario Party is definitely a lot of fun and worth picking up if you like John said, it's essentially don't even think of it as being able to play online. If there's only 5 mini games, it's not.
Yeah, this game is not gonna promote Nintendo Switch Online.
Yeah, but if you have people to play with, if you have roommates, friends, family, definitely pick it up. It's a lot of fun. I have other friends who were like, yo, I heard you guys were playing Super Mario Party the other day. Why didn't I get an invite?
Right.
And I was like, I didn't know you wanted to play, but I guess I'll bring it on by sometime. But yeah, great game. Definitely pick it up if you have people to play with. So I'm going to move on to some of the stuff I've been playing as well. I'm going to kind of tie these two together because I was playing Forza Horizon 3 up until Horizon 4 launched, and Forza Horizon 4 I've been playing a lot of the past week. So Forza Horizon 3 I started playing because Horizon 4 came out the Friday before. Let me find a date here. It came out.
The early thing came out 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Oh, the 28th of September.
That sounds right.
If you had the gold edition, which was $100, and I have Game Pass for Xbox, so I was like, I'm not gonna buy the gold edition. I'll wait for Game Pass since it's with my subscription. So I started playing Forza Horizon 3 because I was watching a lot of streams of 4, and it looked like a lot of fun. And I was like, hey, I never played all the DLC for 3, so I started playing the Blizzard Mountain DLC for Forza Horizon 3, and that DLC is awesome. Like, because it's the first time they did snow in a Forza game, and you, like, in your head, you're thinking, like, yeah, driving in the snow is much different than driving, in, like, the summer. But, like, when I was thinking of it, I was like, the game can't be that much different, but it makes a giant difference. Like, you're sliding all over the place. There's snow flying up every turn. There's some snow that, like, looks like it's, like, a foot deep, and your car, like, struggles to get through it. And it was a lot of fun. I was really enjoying that. And then when 4 came out, I played the Monday it came out, I guess. Or no, Tuesday. And they make you do like a prologue, which is like 5 hours. It's pretty long, actually.
Yeah, it is really long.
Before you can do anything else. In terms of like, you can't really play online or anything. You can pretty much just do the races. And it makes you play through each season. So you start out in summer, and then as soon as you get past a certain point, then it moves to fall, then winter and spring. And I think it's awesome, like, that they have all the seasons in there. I kind of wish that you could select which season you were playing at any given time, but the way they're doing the game is every week they're changing the season so that everybody has the same season when you're playing online and stuff. Because they did this game a lot like Test Drive Unlimited did a long time ago. I don't know if you ever played that, John.
No.
Whereas every car you see with a person, like in Forza Horizon 3 and games in the past, it was always like a drive-atar driving around, which is just like somebody's avatar based on the way that they drive in their game. But now every person you see in game is a real person playing, which is really cool. So this way, like, evens the playing field if, like, you decide, like, hey, I'm just going to start racing this guy who's driving by me. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Forza Horizon 4. I've been playing a lot of the Team Adventure online. So it's kind of broken right now. They still have to figure some stuff out. Because I was playing Team Adventure with friends, and it was working fine. And then you have to get up to, like, rank 3, because, like, each race type, you get a rank, like leveling it up, essentially. So I had to get up to, like, level 3 in Team Adventure to do ranked Team Adventure, which works a lot like ranked Overwatch. I don't know if you've seen this at all.
Mm-mm.
So, like, you have to do 10 placement matches, and then it'll put you in a league from, I think, 1 to 20 or 1 to 30. And depending on what league you get placed in, you get the rewards associated with that and the ones below. And some of them are like cars, some of them are like, cosmetic stuff for your character, which is another thing I'll get into in a minute here. But yeah, I was trying to do ranked adventures, and it only seems to work if you queue up solo. Because every time I've tried to queue up with one or more people in my group, it like will never find a match, and when it does, it'll pop up for me like, hey, your game's ready, join now, and I'll hit X to join now, but nobody else in my squad that, like my convoy that's queuing up for it, nobody else will get that message. And so it'll just like not take us into a game ever, and then that screen will keep coming up top until you exit the game and reload it. But when you exit the game and reload it to get that to go away, you get a temporary ban from playing ranked matches online. So it's happened probably 5 times now where I've just been banned from playing online because it sees it. I think the game is registering like, hey, he got into a game, but then he quit. So we're going to temporarily ban this guy. But other than that, I mean, I feel like that's not something to really complain about. I guess it is because it is part of the game, and I have been wanting to do it. They have these Forzathon live events that are really cool. How much have you gotten through the prologue?
Yeah, I'm in the winter season for the game now.
So you're not through the prologue?
No, the prologue ends once you get to the autumn season.
No, the prologue's all 4 seasons.
No, you're thinking of like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. When you get through that, you run through the seasons again. And you actually, it's like going through all 4 of them, and then you go through the summer season. And then once you hit the fall season, you can do multiplayer and all that other stuff. I'm in the winter season at the moment. I can do whatever.
Okay, so the way it works is it goes through all 4 seasons, and that's the prologue. And right now, everybody's game in the whole game is on fall right now. Like every person I played with, everybody's on fall. And if you hit start, it'll say like, oh, like winter season's coming up, and that starts tomorrow, which is Thursday. So I think you're still in the prologue, because the prologue's pretty long.
It's just like a story mode thing that I'm in right now.
Oh, I don't know about that then. I haven't done any of the story stuff. So it could be that you're done with it, yeah.
Yeah.
How is the story stuff, though? Because none of my friends have done it either. I've just been going around getting all the collectibles.
It's just racing stuff. It's, they gave you these avatars now, which I just don't really care about. Like, all of them look like fucking dweebs, and I don't care about them at all with stupid dance moves.
Yeah, and they're skinny, tight jeans.
Yeah, I actually hate mine.
I think that the general consensus is that people hate the avatar thing. Like, it's fine if they're going to be like, here, choose your avatar that's going to be in your car. That's fine. But the fact that, like, some of the unlockables in the game, like, you could literally scroll a wheel like that you unlock for leveling up and then just get a hat. Like, no, I'm playing a racing game to get cars and money.
Yeah.
To buy cars. I don't care about all this other stuff.
Yeah, I look at my guy and I think, oh wow, I hate this guy. He's such a fucking douchebag.
And then you delete the game entirely?
Yeah. I haven't played since probably like the 2nd or 3rd day that the game released, but it was more Horizon. I think I liked Horizon 3 a little better, mostly because of the Hot Wheel DLC.
Yeah, that DLC, it's got to be one of my favorite DLCs of all time, probably. Just because it was so out there, and I wonder if they're planning anything special like that for Forza Horizon 4, or if it's just going to be some basic ass shit. I don't know.
No idea.
But yeah, I think a huge missed opportunity in this game is like if they're going to do the avatar thing, and Microsoft owns Playground Games, why wouldn't they make the avatar thing like in sync with the Xbox Live avatars that they just revamped? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Microsoft did just recently buy them.
I mean, we don't know how recent that was. They didn't announce when they bought them. It was like
in May.
They didn't announce that.
Mm-hmm. In May, it was announced that they were close to buying them.
Oh, well, I mean, they never came out and said that, but either way, I think that would have been
They came out and said, hey, we are close to buying them.
They did? I thought that was just like rumors.
It might have been a rumor, but...
Yeah,
that was the big thing.
I don't think Microsoft would come out and say, hey, we're close to buying this company. I feel like that would potentially ruin their chant. But either way, I think that would be cool if I could just use my avatar and the thing. But then again, it might not fit their aesthetic because those avatars tend to be kind of cartoony sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those are the Forza Horizon games I've been playing. John's been playing Forza Horizon 4 as well. It's a great game. Like, personally, like, I love racing games in general. but I think that these games can suit anybody. I don't think you have to be a car fan or a racing fan to enjoy them.
Kinda. I mean, I'm not much of a big racing guy, and I enjoy Horizon 3 and 4. The rest of them I don't really care about.
Yeah, motorsport games are, like, I tried 7 out, and it was just way too intense. Like, I was like, man, I can't play this after playing Horizon 3. Just like, because it's like asking you, like, oh, like shift timing and stuff. Like, no. I just want to race a car in some races. Just give me Need for Speed Underground 2.
Yeah, just give me Burnout and I'll be happy. I like crashing people. Yeah. So my Drivatar, if it's anything like me, will be running people off the road.
Yeah. All right, yeah, so that's everything I've been playing the past week or so. What have you been up to? What other games other than Mario Party?
I've been playing Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. It's on Games Pass, and Shantae Half Genie Hero just recently came to it, so I was like, oh, hey, Pirate's Curse comes before that, I'll give it a try, and I love this game. It's like a 16-bit side-scrolling platformer. Reminded me a lot of like playing Aladdin back in the day, and it just with a Metroidvania style where you get unlockables and you can go back and get places that you couldn't reach before. Ton of fun. I wrote a post about it on this new blog that I've been writing for called Culture of Gaming. Just a really enjoyable game. I love the characters. I love the world. I just started Shantae Half Genie Hero last night, and it's more modern graphic-wise, but still a lot of fun. If you never have checked out the series before, definitely give it a try.
Yeah, I've never even heard of it. I'll have to look it up.
And then next, I've been playing the Halo Master Chief Collection pretty much ever since that big update came out. I'm all in on Halo again right now. It's just so much fun.
Have you been playing like the multiplayer or like single player
multiplayer stuff? Yeah, it's been like all multiplayer. I ran through all of the single players a couple of years ago on there, so I don't really feel like going back, but I'm enjoying the multiplayer so much right now. I just go through so many different playlists at the moment.
Yeah, then, I did try out the Master Chief Collection when that got updated. The multiplayer seemed to work pretty fast, like finding a match and stuff. Did they fix the emblem problem? I think they did, from what I remember.
I don't know about any emblem problem.
Oh, the way it used to be is like if you queued up for a matchmaking and you got into a game, everybody's emblem in game was just like the same default emblem. But now I think they fix it so that whatever emblem you customize for that game, it shows up to everybody. I don't know. That's just like one of those nitpicky things I had, just because I'm used to my emblem showing. I don't know. I'm a nerd.
Gotcha.
All right, moving on.
And my last one is Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Within the last week, I beat the story on it, and yeah, compared to the reboot, the original reboot, and Rise of the Tomb Raider, it's pretty disappointing, but still a good game. There's just issues with it, glitches and just areas not working. Other than that, though, I mean, it's an okay game. I enjoyed my time with it. I won't go back and 100% it like I did the previous two games, but I don't know. They did announce a new DLC for it recently, which I'm kind of interested in.
I feel like this is one of those games where they're going to come out in like 6 months and be like, hey, we just did a huge update to this game because I have been hearing a lot of people saying that it's kind of buggy. And so I could see them doing that. And maybe then you'll go back and 100% it, but we'll see.
See, I don't think so. I don't think they might do like little fixes and everything, but I don't see a big thing coming out ever. I think they're gonna be more focused on their DLC that's coming out. Just from what I know of Eidos Montreal.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's definitely a game I'll wait on, just because I never played the second one of the reboot series, and I still have to play that.
It's on Game Pass. Do it. It's great.
Yeah, I've definitely been meaning to, since it is on Game Pass. But there's so many games coming out, man, and it all started already. They've all just been coming out. They're rolling through now. Yeah, let's get into some of the news. Top of the news, we have some very big news, and that is that PSN name changes are real. Who wrote this? Sid Schumann wrote on the PlayStation blog. We're happy to announce that we will soon begin testing the long-awaited feature that will allow users to change their PlayStation Network Online ID from their PlayStation 4 system. The PSN Online ID change feature beta will be a part of the PlayStation Preview program and will become available to select users that have pre-registered as testers for previous PS4 system software betas. During the preview program, you will be able to change your online ID as many times as you want. The first change is free. The changes after that will cost $9.99 USD / Canada Canadian currency. I don't know what their currency is called. Canadian dollars. For PlayStation Plus members, it will cost $4.99 USD / Canadian dollars after the first change. Changes to online ID can be made through the settings menu or via the profile page of your PS4. That's awesome. For me especially, because as you know, and many people do, I hate my PSN name. It scares me every time I play an online game because I feel like I'm going to get banned because it is AskBLonker69. It's got to be like one of the worst names of anybody I know. But yeah, this is big news. They have been saying certain games might cause errors. Have you been hearing about this stuff?
Nah, I haven't looked into it too much.
So they said that any game released after April, I want to say 15th or something like that, 2018, or maybe it's April 1st, 2018, they'll all be fine. But games released before that have the potential to cause issues, is what they're saying. But that's such a broad statement. What does that mean? Am I not going to be able to load my previous game saves? Am I going to try and play online and they're going to be like, hey, you don't own this game because you are not AskBLonker69. You know what I mean?
Sony's structure. They're so bad at setting this stuff up.
Yeah, exactly. And who's to say that it's in beta now and they're going to decide oh yeah, this is never going to work. It's very possible that they're going to have some huge disclaimer when it comes out that says, hey, you might not be able to play some of your old games. It's just it's such I don't know. It's such a weird situation. I don't know. But assuming everything goes smoothly and they decide, hey, it is going to work, I'll definitely change my name once and for all. Right. Moving on. You want to take the next one?
Yeah, Microsoft has announced a global game streaming service called Project XCloud, with a beta coming next year. This is by Adam Bankhurst of IGN. Microsoft has revealed Project XCloud, a realization of their plans to bring their titles via streaming to any screen while empowering you, the gamers, to be at the center of your gaming experience. Announced on Microsoft's blog, Project XCloud will allow developers to deploy and dramatically scale access to their games across all devices on Project XCloud with no additional work. Microsoft's plan is to begin public trials in 2019 so they can learn and scale with different volumes and locations. The team behind XCloud has designed a new customizable blade that can host the component parts of multiple Xbox One consoles, as well as the associated infrastructure supporting it. So this is some really exciting stuff. Just Microsoft testing this stuff. This kind of goes along with the Google Project Stream.
Project Stream, yeah.
It's just they're testing games. This will probably be a small thing at the beginning. Only 1 or 2 games will probably be testable for the streaming part, but if they can get this right, that's really exciting for the future of it. The biggest question is internet connections, because the United States internet sucks.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's good enough by when they get this all figured out.
Yeah, this is definitely really exciting for the future of gaming as a whole. And that Project Stream thing is actually already out. Have you seen anything on that?
Yeah, you can sign up for the beta part of it.
Yeah.
To play Odyssey.
Yeah. People just got their like invites, I guess, a few days. I signed up for it just to see if I'd get in because I figured I'd try it. But I was reading an article. Somebody was playing it and they like detailed their whole internet connection. They're like, yeah, I pay for 50 megabytes download speed. At the time when I first tried it, my mom was watching Netflix. My mom was watching Netflix and my sisters were both watching YouTube. And he said that he had no problem playing the game. He said like there was very minor latency, which is really intriguing to me because like 50 megabytes download isn't that fast. But granted, like internet speeds in the U.S. as a whole are probably much lower than that.
Yeah, if anyone's gonna get this streaming technology right, it's Google and Microsoft.
Yeah,
I would not trust any other company above these two.
Well, I mean,
for setting this up.
PlayStation already had their PS Now thing that was streamable, and it was hot garbage.
How much do you hear about it? Yeah, exactly. Google and Microsoft are the two that I would trust to get this right.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's definitely exciting. I want to see if somebody's released any videos of them playing on Project Google. I wonder if they're allowed to do that or not. They might be like NDA'd behind, like, I don't know, record, like, I don't know if you can stream it or I don't know how that works.
I would doubt that they could stream it just because that would add even more kind of
latency,
like pressure on it. Yeah. And I don't think that's something that they would want everyone seeing.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see like a YouTube video, and I'm sure people are going to do some sort of comparison like, hey, this is how the game ran when I had a 100 megabyte download speed, and this is how the game ran when I went to a buddy's apartment and he had 5 megabytes. So, yeah, it's interesting to see how it's working. And it's crazy that we're already there. You know, when Microsoft, they first brought up their whole streaming thing like a few months ago, right?
Yeah, E3.
Yeah. And when they announced that, people were like, yeah, right, you're crazy. And now it's not that unbelievable to think that this is something that could be 2 years away.
Yeah, it's definitely exciting stuff for the future.
Yeah, I agree. We'll definitely see what comes of it, and maybe next week we'll talk more about the Assassin's Creed Odyssey Project Stream stuff, because I'll look into that more because I'm curious about it. It's really interesting to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Moving on, next article we have Andrew Reiner from Game Informer writes, Fallout 76 stress test begins this weekend on Xbox One. If you pre-ordered Fallout 76 digitally or physically, are a part of Xbox Insider, and live in North America, you have a chance to play Fallout 76 this weekend. This surprise play session will help Bethesda prepare for the larger Break It Early test application beta, which hits at the end of October and runs up until the game's launch. So yeah, I guess if you're an Xbox Insider, you can try out Fallout 76 this weekend, and you pre-order the game. Are you excited for this?
Yeah, I'm really excited for Fallout 76. I've pre-ordered it, and I'm an insider, so I'm going to be checking and seeing if I can get into it at all this weekend.
Yeah, same here. I'll probably try it out this weekend. In between my Call of Duty matches, you know, I got to play that COD. But yeah,
gotcha.
It's exciting. There's never been a Fallout that's been multiplayer before. And I've been watching some gameplay, because some gameplay has been coming out this week. You can probably YouTube and find that. And it seems pretty interesting. I don't know how it's going to work, though. I don't know. The mechanics seem like they're all there in terms of the like good guy, bad guy systems. It's going to be fun building a base with friends just to have it all destroyed by some randoms. I love those types of games. Like, I was into Ark quite a bit back in the day, and it was kind of the same style. People would destroy your stuff. But yeah, it's exciting. We'll have to try it out and give some impressions.
Yeah, for sure. Next up, Assassin's Creed Odyssey has the franchise's best launch sales of this generation. This is by Colin Stevens from IGN. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the latest in the sprawling series that began in 2007, reportedly holds the best launch sales in the series for this current console generation, beating out launch sales for Origins, Syndicate, and Unity. Announced by Ubisoft, the developer attributes high review scores and positive player feedback for the strong sales. Though no solid numbers were given, we do know that Origins sold twice as fast as Syndicate in a 10-day period following launch. It's unclear if the statistic includes Black Flag, which was released on current generation consoles as well as consoles from the previous generation, and shipped over 10 million units within 2 months. So this is really cool stuff. I haven't played Odyssey yet because I still plan on going back to Origins before it, but from everything I've been hearing, a lot of people are saying that this is the best Assassin's Creed ever, even though it's the most un-Assassin's Creed game, I guess. So, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty cool stuff. It's getting good reviews and everything.
Yeah, and that's kind of making me a little mad because I loved Origins, and that just means I will love this if I buy it, and I just can't justify buying another game right now because there's so much coming out, and that's a game you have to. I could see if I knew beforehand that it was amazing, I could see me buying it then and then just rushing through it in the first 2 weeks, but I don't know.
From everything I've been hearing, it takes about 70 hours to beat the game, so I don't know. I don't know if I have the time that I can invest into that.
Yeah, not right now. It'll be, yeah. I'll wait for around Christmas time. Maybe it'll come on sale or something.
Nah, yeah, maybe. The wait was pretty much why I haven't played Origins yet, and I've just been playing everything else, so this game might be put on the back burner for a while for me.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. In our last news article of the day, 2 million players raced through Forza Horizon 4 in the first week. JP Gemboris, I don't know how you say his name, of Game Informer writes, this morning, Playground Games studio director Gavin Rayburn published a post on Xbox Wire celebrating the serious traction Forza Horizon 4 has gained. 2 million players are already racing around virtual Britain. The post announced that Forza Horizon 4 is now the highest rated Xbox exclusive of this generation and maintains the series' lead as best-selling racing franchise of this console generation. Other stats from the post include 4.6 million hours of gameplay watched over Mixer, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook as of October 9th, as well as 822.7 million miles logged, 74.4 million cars owned, and over 377.7 million roads discovered. Yeah, this is awesome. I kind of expected it, especially with it being on Game Pass. I definitely think that brought them a lot more players. Granted, some of those players probably tried it and didn't like it and haven't played since the first hour. But yeah, we'll see how it does overall.
Yeah, it's not surprising at all. Horizon 3 isn't on Game Pass yet, which would have boosted those numbers so much as well. But we all have known that the Horizon series has been pretty much Xbox's big title probably this entire generation. Because, even Halo has taken a hit. Gears of War was Cuphead was huge, but not as huge as this. So, it's pretty much been their big thing for this generation, so it's not really surprising hearing that it's so successful on Game Pass after all the reviews and everything that it's been getting. Yeah,
I agree, and Xbox is definitely gearing up to do some big things in the next generation with all the studios they've purchased and opened up, sure. Including one that we missed out is the Obsidian.
I forgot to put that in the news.
Potentially buying Obsidian. Do you want to look up a quick article about that?
Yeah, give me a second. Go ahead and talk.
But yeah, Jason Schreier, I think he has some inside info of some of his contacts that have said that Microsoft is very, very close to closing a deal on purchasing Obsidian, which is, I think, one of the biggest moves they would have made in this whole shopping spree of game developers they've been doing. I think that might be one of the biggest. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, it's Jason Schreier of Kotaku. Microsoft is finalizing a deal to acquire the independent development studio Obsidian Entertainment. According to 3 people briefed on the negotiations, we don't know if ink is on paper yet, and plenty of major acquisition deals have fallen apart in the final hours, but those close to the companies believe it is all but done. One person with knowledge of the deal told Kotaku they'd heard it was 90% finished. Said a second person, it's a matter of when, not if. So, yeah, it sounds like everyone is pretty certain that this is getting done. But, like they said, more crazier things have happened. So, this isn't a for sure thing yet, but if Microsoft actually gets these guys, this could be another huge acquisition for them. They are doing great this year.
Yeah, it would be huge. That's the only way to put it. But I mean, we'll see what comes of it. And they supposedly had been working on a game, right?
Probably. I mean, it's been a while since they really released anything, right?
Yeah, I don't know what the last Pillars of Eternity in 2015. Pillars of Eternity 2 came out this year.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're probably just starting on their next thing. Yeah, all this says is that they're best known for Knights of the Old Republic 2 and Fallout New Vegas, which, yeah, were probably their biggest titles that people know them for.
Yeah, I completely agree.
So definitely exciting news.
Yeah, it is. They also did South Park: The Stick of Truth, apparently.
Stupid. At the end of this article, it actually says Obsidian and Microsoft have a checkered history. Before the release of the Xbox One, Obsidian was working on an Xbox exclusive role-playing game published by Microsoft called Stormlands. Tense disagreements between the two companies led Microsoft to cancel the game in 2012, and to some involved, it was hard to imagine the pair working together again. The Xbox department is on different leadership now, however, with Phil Spencer taking the role. Yeah, so I just love Phil Spencer ever since he's taken control of Xbox. The dude is just so awesome.
Yeah, I think that's the general consensus by most fans too, is that they love him. And
yeah, this is probably the big reason. That's probably the big reason why this is even happening, is because of Phil Spencer.
Yeah, true. Well, that wraps up this week's episode of Pixel Street Podcast. This has been episode 44. As always, we didn't do a topic of the show because we're running kind of late today, and I know John has somewhere to be or something to do. But anyway, feel free to email us a topic of the show at pixelstreetpodcast@gmail.com. Pretty much right now, if you email us, we guarantee your topic will be on the show. Go check out our Facebook. Give us a follow. Is it a follow on Facebook? I don't know.
That's a like.
Just search Pixel Street Podcast and you should find our group page. And yeah, you'll find us every Friday on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Podcasts, along with YouTube at Almost Random. You can find me on Twitter at Campo63. You can find me streaming pretty much daily on Mixer.com/ and I changed my name there to Mr. Finish Line. I'm very excited about that.
Ooh, look at you.
I think that's an awesome name. It's like in reference to my favorite band, one of their songs, but yeah.
Oh, the Forza Horizon Force?
Yeah. Where can we find you, John?
On Twitter, I am at Revec Shadows. You can also find my YouTube channel, which is just Revec Shadows. Crap, what was the last thing I did on there? Probably a news video about a week ago. Like I said earlier, I wrote a review for Super Mario Party, which is not up on that video game blog, but be sure to check back there for some awesome writing from me, Joel, and some other awesome people across the world. And I also started writing for Culture of Gaming. I put up a Shantae article just today, so you can read up on that. That's about all I got.
All right, yeah. I also did just write an article on Wizard World Chicago, which was actually a while ago. I just got around to posting it, but yeah, be sure to go check that out on thatvideogameblog.com. Yeah, we will see you next week for episode 45.